the scorecards was getting announced, we were pretty sure we got the last 3. So happy with the win. You know, to beat Max back to back like that, that's saying something. I'm happy to finish the chapter. You know, on to the next.
You said those 2 opening rounds, man, he looked maybe as good as he ever has. What's going through your head at that point? Because, I mean, he was having a lot of success, looked incredibly relaxed, and it looked like it might be a long night.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, even for me, I was just way too relaxed, to be quite honest. And he was making good adjustments, and was hard for me to pull the trigger and things like that. But I mean, yeah, there was things that we had to work on, and then luckily my corner were talking to me, and he did things that we sort of expected him to do it, but it just took me a while until the 3rd round to actually start getting things moving. So I don't know what that was, whether it was no crowd or whatever it was. It's like, wake up, get punched in the face so you can wake up a little bit. But again, the first 2 rounds were tight, but again, I showed what champions are made of, you know what I mean? To dig deep and show that I've got so many tools. Make adjustments mid-fight like that. He made good adjustments in between the 2 fights. I made adjustments in between the fights. That just shows you my fight IQ. It shows you the type of fighter I am, and it shows you, a great heart and what champions are made of. Oh, mate, look, you never know. Again, I'm not going to... Obviously, he's got to go through the ranking system again now. And, I don't think the first fight was close. This was probably closer than the first fight, but again, I got the job done. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter. I feel like I could have done a lot better, but I'm still showed that I'm the best fighter in the world, even today. So, I believe I finished that chapter. I don't know where he goes from here, whether he wants to move up, I don't know. But again, I done what I had to do, and I'm proud of that. And again, I bring this back home, so I get to bring that back to my family, and I've got my eye on these contenders, whoever it is, whoever's next. There's that top 5. They're about to fight each other, and I've got my eye on every single one of them. So, again, I don't want to make excuses. That's not the type of person I am. But there was a few things. That were a bit off, and I felt it. I definitely felt the changes. Getting woken up last night for USADA wasn't a great start. I don't know what was the go with that, but playing with my sleep fight night was pretty rude, I thought. But I mean, again, I'm not going to make excuses.
What time did they wake you up?
Well, I wanted to sleep because obviously we have to be up. I was getting up at like 2:30, 3 o'clock. That's what I want to do. So I've been sleeping at like 7. So I was at 9, 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock they decided to come and wake me up to do a USADA test. So I don't know what happened with that. Again, I'm not making excuses, but I mean, anyway. But again, there was a few things that I wasn't really happy with. But shins, my right shin was still sore from my last fight as well. So, so I had to get over that. I couldn't use the legs as much as I'd like. So it was hard to break his rhythm early. And, he adjusted to that pretty quick. But then I had to start using them anyway. So it hurt. But again, we got the job done. I'm not going to make excuses. That's what hard work's all about. True champions are going to find a way to win. That's what I did.
I hate coming up short. I'm not going to make no excuses. He was a better man tonight. There were some areas where I didn't give him enough credit, and there were some areas where I felt with a better training camp, I could definitely surpass him. And I think I showed a lot of my wrestling on 6-8 notice that I'm not too easy to take down or to hold down on the ground. I made a lot of mistakes. I tried to fight in spots since I didn't feel my gas tank was at the greatest, and he fought in better spots, right when I'd get loose and start to open up. He was able to clinch me up and take it back into his world, so I'm not going to take nothing away from him. He won fair and square. I'll do whatever it takes to get back in front of that man and compete again and get my hand raised.
I know you don't...
That even if I didn't get him in the first, as long as I picked my spots and exploded, I could do well. And maybe there was a couple times I hurt him, and as soon as I started to open up, boom, he'd be able to take me into his world and zap a little bit of the energy. Didn't let me get moving too much, I didn't keep it in my world long enough for me to actually do damage and sustain that damage, keep that damage coming so it could accumulate and hurt his gas tank. I'll be back, man. Since I've moved up to 170, I haven't had to cut weight more than 8-9 pounds, and it's something that when I left 155, I told myself I wouldn't be doing it more. So for the next fight, I'll make sure that I'm back on schedule. I got barely any weight to cut, and I'll be feeling great, whoever the opponent is. I don't know if I'll be coming back at the end of the year or early next year. I'm going to sit down with my management and figure that out. But whoever it is next year, I just want to come back and get a stoppage and be in peak shape. Have a six-pack when I get out there, look right, Right now I'm just fucking very butthurt. I want to do some sprints right now. I want to get on the treadmill. I want to hit a punching bag. I want to take out my frustrations. I want to elevate my cardio to a new level. I know I could do more, you know. I know a lot of people make the excuse for me 6-day notice, but it's no excuse. Once you sign that dotted line, well, you shouldn't have signed that dotted line if you weren't in the best shape ever to compete for a world title. So I just feel like that. I just feel that I should have been in overall better shape, you know. So it's just a matter of time before I get back in there. The fragile guy with the MAGA hat, definitely not him, because he got finished by this guy with a full training camp. He had like 12 weeks and he got finished. So I think that guy's below me and this dude by a lot, you know. 6-day notice and I was nowhere near getting hurt or getting put out, you know. The gas tank wasn't the best, but I wasn't going nowhere as far as damage goes. Everybody could see that. So definitely not that punk. Leon Edwards, I don't know if the numbers make sense, or whoever it is, if the numbers make sense and it gets me closer to the title.
And he came in prepared. He came in ready. Of course, I would like a lot more time to really strategically prepare for a guy like him, to really pick him apart better than I did tonight. But I had to do what I do best, and that's dominate a guy from start to finish. We both feel that we'll do it again, and absolutely, I would like a lot more time to prepare for a guy like that and really be able to dominate in the way that I want to, is picking my spots and try to get that finish standing. And he's a veteran. He's a crafty veteran. You know, he's got tricks that a lot to the untrained eye people don't see. He's got a lot of tricks there, but you know, I would love to do that fight again with, especially you see my last couple fights. You know, I like to pick my spots. I like to really pick a guy apart, and I've evolved so much, you know, but I still got, you know, tools in the tool shed. So if I need to wrestle, that damn motherfucker, I'm gonna wrestle, you know, but I need to showcase a lot more of what I have in the toolbox, and you know, I would love to do that with a lot more time. No, it's not that I anticipated. I know his wrestling's good. Like, people were not giving him credit for that. I know his wrestling's good. He's one of the best at his takedown defense is very, very good, and you can see it in his style. When you watch a fighter, when they're afraid of someone's wrestling, afraid of being taken down, they're crouched over in a stance, they're very low, and they're afraid to throw kicks and things of that nature. Masvidal's not. He's standing straight up, bouncing up and down. He's firing off those kicks at will. And I knew he was going to be a tough guy. His wrestling's always been good, but, you know, my wrestling's just a little bit better, you know. You know, if a lot of people, MMA fans, really look at what George did towards the latter part of his career, they looked a lot like that, you know, dominate a guy, take them down, just beat him up, and you know, utilize each and every aspect of the martial arts, mixed martial arts, and I think I'm on the same track. And so, yeah, we're both tied for most consecutive wins, and you know, that's a fight that I look at and I love, and I want a fight like that to be able to train and showcase all my skills and have him showcase his skills. I think that's a crazy fight. It's a huge fight, and I think a lot of people would want to see it.
Yeah, played out the way that I thought it might. I thought that if you know, George didn't catch him with something, you know, that's the way the fight would go. And you know, his takedown defense was unbelievable. You know, he would get taken down and get back up against Usman. It's tough to do. He did it for 5 rounds, and you know, did what he could do. Usman's a beast, man. Guy's a beast.
What do you think? I mean, obviously you wouldn't go right back to that, of course, Gilbert Burns. But when a guy steps in on 6 days' notice, flies halfway around the world, do you feel like maybe, hey, a win or two, we could talk about it?
Well, that was the fight we were working on. That's the fight he was training for. There was a 2-week gap there where he wasn't the fight. But I mean, I heard he was bringing in high-level wrestlers to train with and everything else, and I think you saw that tonight. You know, and as far as his shape, if he wasn't in shape, he wouldn't be able to stop those takedowns. You know, going into 3rd, 4th, 5th round, he stopped a lot of them, and he got back up when he was down. So, he fought a good fight.
Co-main event, obviously very, very close fight there as well. Were you scoring that one along, and did you have Volkanovski winning? Did you have Holloway? What'd you think?
Listen, man, you can't leave it. You can't leave it to these guys. We got some bad judging. And I don't know, has Max been in here yet? I'm sure he's
No.
devastated, and yeah.
So normally when a guy is 2-0 against a champ, we don't get to see a third fight. But seeing as how you maybe think it went the other way, do you think?
I don't know. Did anybody in here score it for Volkanovski? Anybody have it for Volkanovski? Nobody in the media? Yeah. So I don't know. We'll have to figure it out.
And last title fight I want to ask about, of course, the new champion with Peter Yan. What did you think about his performance? Obviously, he seems like a very exciting guy.
Thought he looked good. I thought Aldo looked great for people that were criticizing him, saying he doesn't deserve another title shot. Horrible stoppage by the referee. Should have been stopped way sooner. Looks like we got to tighten up our refs and judges here on Fight Island.